Yes, good morning, fellow Africans. Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, people of the world. Good morning, viewers from Nigeria, from across Africa and around the world. My name is Smart Mado Ajaja. I'm the convener of Open Nigeria. Yes, open Nigeria. And Africa unite, 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 unite this time. Yes, and I stand for justice. I am not on anybody's side, but on the side of the Almighty God, through justice and the fight for it for all peoples. I have no tribe, but I was born in a little small town called Abavo in Delta State, yes, of Nigeria. I live here in Houston, Texas, United States of America. Yes, I am a registered nurse with specialty in 8 specialty areas. I have worked in Nigeria, I've worked in South Africa, and I've worked in states across the United States. Yes, I've traveled through America's 48 of America's 50 states. So I know this land. I know the culture, I know the behavior. I know a lot, but I'm still learning more. The only 2 places I've never been to, Alaska and Hawaii. But in no distant time, I'm going to complete the mission of having gone around the United States. I love people. I love justice. I hate injustice. It doesn't matter who the perpetrator or the size is. Yeah, Nigerians are suffering from all manners of injustice, from political, socio-economic, and all kinds of injustice in Nigeria. Yes. Yeah, for Africans, we need to change certain things about us. Yes. An Africa that sits down on top of her youths is not the type of Africa we want. An Africa where a young person cannot have his opinion is not the type of Africa we want. That is why we are having problems. That is the reason why Africans, especially the young ones, Africans for generations, have not had the type of confidence that they need to stand on the global stage and be who they ought to be. Yes, we were the first. Yes, Africans were the first. If you talk about the relationship, the first man that was created was an African. Yes, the man who had the first encounter with the Almighty God is African. So why are we suffering? Because something happened. We lost our moral compass. Now we must get it back. Now is the moment. So let me go straight to the point. Yes, Mr. Femi Falana is a lawyer in Nigeria that the whole of Nigeria, know very well. They loved him before now until he decided to go the same way Wale Soyinka went. Yeah, standing behind the perpetrators of injustice against their fellow countrymen and against their own country. So something went wrong. Well, I did the story on this yesterday. This is a follow-up. And if you followed the message before this, you will see the genesis of what we are dealing with right now. That is inspiring us to ask more questions about what is actually going on. Yes. Hey, hey, Eric Curry, how are you? I am doing good. All right, Jimmy, if your wife gave you herpes, sorry, that's your problem. You go have, I hope you find somehow, go to the doctor and get treated. All right, so we are here for a purpose. A young man was sentenced to jail for fraud, and his name is Bobrisky. Well, we gathered that he did not go to jail. to serve his jail time like every other person convicted of a criminal act would do. And he confided in someone that he served his jail time in a luxury hotel in Nigeria. So he did not do the time. And he borrowed money from someone here in the United States. Now the time came for him to pay back. He refused to pay. And then the guy did everything he could to collect his money. But this guy won't budge. Instead, he was blackmailing him and threatening him. Yes. Hey, thank you. You know, so I sincerely appreciate. Thank you. So now, this young man was handicapped. He couldn't collect his money. Bobrisky is a high profile. He's a male. He was born a man. He has done all forms of surgery to convert himself into a woman. He's messing, sleeping with the Nigerian elites for money. Yes. I'm sure if you look at the cover picture of this broadcast, you will see him. This is the one in the center, sandwiched by father and son. Yeah, all like a woman, beautiful woman now. So the young man was confused as to how he would get his money. So he sought help somehow. I got in touch with a young man they call a very dark man. He's the one in the center of all this now. So now, very dark man contacted Bobrisky. Pay up this 4 million that you borrowed from this young man. You know, he did you something good, and now you are now blackmailing him, threatening him with your godfather. Godfather was who? Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, high-profile lawyer who has won all. Now, some of the cases he won, we are going to be investigating them. How did he win? Was he paying money to judges in order to win his cases? Because that's a very popular thing in Nigeria. You know, if you have a lawyer with a big name, you know, you hire him to prosecute your case. Even if you were on your way to jail, they will manufacture and destroy evidence. They get the prosecutors involved, and then the judge will give justice in your favor. That's how a lot of cases are set up in Nigeria now. The judiciary is dead. We have a lot of criminal trial lawyers. Yes. So one little thing can expose you. So who knows how he has been winning his cases. So back to the story. When very dark man contacted Bobrisky, he dared him. I have evidence, you know, recorded evidence, you know, containing conversation between you and your godfather, and the threat you were issuing to this young man, dropping your godfather's name. That is Femi Falana's name, using it to threaten him that he is covered. Nobody can touch him because the young man asked him for his money. So Bobrisky told very dark man to go to hell and make the video or recorded document available to the public. And then he did it. Then the next thing we heard was Femi Falana and his son threatening Mr. Very Dark Man. I don't know him, but you cannot repress a young person. You cannot do any act of injustice against anybody that comes to my hearing that I will not rise up for that person. So I'm rising up for that young man. I don't know him. I don't even want to know him. I don't care. I told them to, if anybody who knows him, tell him to contact me. I will fight for him. I don't need nothing from him. I don't need money. I don't need a damn thing from anybody. Because this a case of injustice. This is a case of blackmail by a criminal who ought to be in jail. Yes. Thank you, Eric Carey. Eric Carey, thank you very much. Yes, so they started threatening this guy to the extent. This is where I hate what some part of my African tradition. They will get and start getting people to put pressure on this young man to apologize to this criminal they call Femi Falana, who ought to be in jail right now. He's supposed to have been arrested and be facing prosecution. You know, Bobrisky claimed that it was a Falana who arranged the luxury place where he stayed. So, you know, I don't understand. Something is not right. Something is not adding up. And that is why we're going to put him under pressure. We are going to know more about who this man, Falana, truly is. From the image, the fake image he had created for himself all these years. One by one, they will all collapse. So, very dark man released it. And they started threatening him. Our custom, yes, network, please behave yourself, you know. So they started putting pressure on a very dark man. And then he went and offered an apology that was undeserving, and an apology that he ought not to have given for exposing a corrupt man, for exposing a criminal, Mr. Femi Falana. Yeah, who ought to, if the Nigerian police was a police force, we don't have police force, we don't have anything anymore. Nigeria is finished in that sense. All our strategic institutions have failed completely and woefully since a criminal, a drug dealer, you know, seized control of our country. But we are going to come back to that. That's another kettle of fish. So they extracted an apology from him. And even after giving the apologies, they kept on harassing him. They kept on intimidating him. They kept on blackmailing him. They kept on threatening him. Even as we speak, that young man's life is threatened. They can kill him. So we are yelling, we are shouting to the world so that they will see that if anything happens to that young man, Femi Falana should be held roundly and squarely accountable, because Femi Falana has so much to hide. The question is, what kind of relationship does Bobrisky and Femi Falana have? You know, when they tell you Godfather in Nigeria, a lot of things go behind the scenes. Are they having a sexual relationship? Yeah, because that's what is becoming so common now among the elites of Nigeria, especially those in the political class, the high-profile elites. They fuck themselves. They have all these little boys that they fuck. Because Nigeria is a lawless country, nobody holds them accountable. So we want to know today, we want to ask, we are going to dig deeper. What kind of relationship does Femi Falana and Bobrisky have? Is it just only being Godfather? Yeah, some people try to be my godfather when I ran for politics in 2019. And you know what that? So they will give you all the money on this earth, and then for you to do their dirty deals. Yeah, you be a boiled boy to them. Anything they want, you will do it for them. If they want you to kill, you will kill for them. If they want you to steal, you will steal for them. If they want you to rob, you rob for them, but they will be there providing you cover. So why is Femi Falana Bobrisky's godfather? So he's the one who provides him with a legal cover for his atrocious crimes against the Nigerian humanity. So what is the relationship between Femi Falana and Bobrisky? That is why we are here. If you are interested, you have questions, you have suggestions, please do that Drop your comment on the comment section so we'll continue to have this discussion. Thank you, thank you, thank you, African First Lady. I appreciate you. Thank you for all your kudos. Please share this message so it will go around Nigeria and the rest of Africa and everywhere on the surface of this earth. The sleaze that is taking place in Nigeria. The same thing happened. I wish he took some time to ask Wale Soyinka. Yes, when he came in the front of our national television to lie about what did not happen because he hated someone because of where he comes out from. Because he was on the payroll of the drug dealer, the certificate forger, and the identity thief holding Nigeria hostage as president. Paired with a terrorist, in whose house Aminu Sokoto, the mastermind of the 2011 United Nations building in Abuja bombing, was arrested. So sad how our country has degraded. Our country has become morally bankrupt. We can't continue this way. So today, what is the relationship between Bobrisky and Femi Falana? Does Femi Falana mess with men? Why? I don't think any responsible Nigerian, any deep-rooted African want to be anywhere near that sleaze, that skunk called Bobrisky. If there's nothing behind it, something is not right. Before we don't ask questions, but now we're in the 21st century. The whole world is an open page. You can do all you want to do. I'm thinking that people are not watching you. This is where it gets to. I wish he did not start this message, this thing that is not going to be able to finish. Femi Falana, what is your relationship with Bobrisky? Now, why are you trying to shut him down now? The other 2 days ago, you were demanding an apology from him. The voice on that tape is yours. Go and prove it. It's not AI. It was yours. Yes, your son is involved too. What a shameless thing. An old man like you ought to have respected yourself. When this story broke, what some people would do, wise people, truly wise people would do, would be to stay away and be quiet and let the whole thing die down. Because you thought that you could blackmail and intimidate that young man. Look at where you are landing now. When it is over, you will become like a rag. Yes, we are going to twist it. We are going to drag it. We are going to take it far. Go and sue. How many are you going to sue? Who is afraid of a corrupt justice system? Who takes their ruling seriously anymore? Look at what they did with you and your loud mouth. You were neither here. You are the first person to visit a criminal who violated our country's constitution to become president. A man who destroyed all our strategic institutions, including the army. Yes, you were the first person to visit him. What was your mission to Aso Rock? You see how God punishes people? It's exposing all of you, one after the other. Corrupt and morally bankrupt elites of Nigeria. We are so disgusted. Well, Femi Falana, why did you do this to yourself? Why did you do this to yourself? Seriously, why did you do this to yourself? Why did you bring your name to this odious disrepute? You should be ashamed of yourself. The whole world is ashamed of you. Nigerians everywhere is ashamed of you. You are using a sledgehammer on a little boy a young boy that you could have called and said, hey, what is going on? You thought you and your fake SAN. Yeah, SAN now is useless in Nigeria. They buy it. You get all kinds of manner of criminal. Like what is it called? Festus Keyamo. It's an SAN. He has never he has a loss of over 19 cases. Of all the 23 cases he has done, he lost 19 of them. But today he's a senior advocate of Nigeria, of making gara like you. You sit down on national television and be gyrating and, come on now. I don't know why you decided to bring this upon yourself. You should have just stayed away. and allow this whole thing die down. Your ass is exposed now. So, waiting be your relationship with Bobrisky. You dey fuck him. You dare do people and they fuck that stupid skunk? Yes. Who dressed like a woman? He went and did the breast. He did his ass. He did everything. He paints himself. Which sane man? Which sane man will want to have anything to do with Bobrisky? Hey, my brothers and sisters from Nigeria, make on help share this message. Make we tell Femi Falana, say the power of the people is mightier than the power of a fake judiciary. Yes, let them send very that jail. Make we see how that one will happen. Make we see that judge when go put down for prison. They say they call them to the National Assembly of idiots and thieves. What? The National Assembly that has not been able to make any legislation to compel the idiots holding the whole of Nigeria hostage to declare a state of emergency on the insecurity in Nigeria and the hunger in Nigeria, because he has no platform to stand down to do anything. Is that the National Assembly that anybody will take seriously? A National Assembly that keeps quiet, as our young girls are being traded by banks in Nigeria. They prostitute them for profit. Yes, they force them to go look for accounts. And people take advantage of them. They turn them into prostitutes for the benefit of the banks in Nigeria. They call it the so-called big banks in Nigeria. Yes, that is what they do. They are insensitive. So that is not enough for them. That is not an emergency enough that they should address. Yes, I had to pull out my younger sister. She told me what the terms they gave to her. If she has to work in the bank, the people who go looking for account outside. Do you go outside to start looking for account? You go to the bank. But they send these girls to press. When she told me, I said, no, you're not taking that job. It is better I will pay you. You sit down at nothing than to take that stupid job and then turn yourself into a prostitute that you are not supposed to be. National Assembly of Nigeria, they know, because they benefit from the thing. They call those girls bushmeat. I'm so ashamed of Nigeria, and that is why we must do everything. Please, the people of Nigeria, I keep on begging you. I keep on begging you. Can't we just for once listen to ourselves? For once, waiting be tribe, waiting be religion. Seriously, waiting be region, waiting be political party. You know how dangerous things are for us now? You see what in World Bank president talk 2 days ago about Nigeria, that Bola Tinubu is doing well. Really, when they come and tell you that an African leader is doing so well, you know that country is about to completely die. Yes, Bill Gates came to Nigeria the other day. They brought him to Federal Executive meeting chamber, right? Can you do that? America will not bring you to that point. Yes, that's a sacrosanct place. They brought Bill Gates. What did they discuss with Bill Gates? Nigeria is about completely sold. So the World Bank vice president told us that Nigeria will be okay in 15 years. And that this hell that Tinubu is taking all of us through must continue. So by the time it will be 15 years, maybe more than half of the population of Nigeria will be wiped out. And that is what they want. That is what they want for Africa. And we are here, folding our arms, going to sleep, praying to Jesus that will never come. Jesus is not coming. Allah will never come. Because Jesus did not cause Nigeria's problem. Allah did not cause Nigeria's problem. It's not their business to solve. The problem we have is a human problem. We know who caused it. All of us, took part in what happened to Nigeria. And all of us must now unite to undo the damage and reverse everything that has happened to Nigeria. Yes, we should stop listening to Sultan We should stop listening to all those fake obis and obas. Yes, we should stop listening to all the fake religious leaders and emirs scattered around Nigeria, especially in the north, where they will lie to the people in the name of Allah, and then they rip them off and rip the whole of Nigeria off. Look at the criminal poverty in Nigeria. No, it's unacceptable level of poverty in our country because we follow the wrong people on purpose. So what Bola Tinubu has done to Nigeria within a space of 1 year is instructive. It's enough for us to say no. We are tired. We are tired of all this. Yes. Now is the time. Only me and you can do it. And if we are determined, we will do it. I believe that we have Nigerians of courage who can make things happen. I have put myself in the front. Let us do it. Join us at Open Nigeria. Subscribe to this channel that you are watching me from. At Nigeria Now on ONN. It's a global movement that is growing for the good of the whole of the world. I am connecting and talking to the young people from across the world. So we stop hating ourselves. All the competition and the armament, should stop. Like what is happening in Palestine, where people are told that they have no right to advance a cause for themselves and for their humanity. That is evil, and that is happening in Nigeria. It's happening everywhere. It starts like this. When we keep quiet, when a few people will come and want to lord it out on us. Who is Femi Falana? Who is he to want to, choke a young Nigerian? When you choke that young Nigerian, you are choking many young people in Nigeria. So we must not allow them succeed this time. Now is the moment. I thought I shared with you. So please share this message. Ask Femi Falana one question. What is your relationship with Bobrisky? And ask Bobrisky this question. Why is Falana your godfather? Give us the details of this relationship between the two of you. Yes, with that you were dropping his name to scare another man. You owe him money. Instead of paying him his money, you started threatening him. Who is afraid of Femi Falana? All right. Have a great day, people of the world, the Nigerians and everybody who tuned in. And please do us a favor and always return for more. This is a channel for justice. We are not scared of anybody. We stand on the rule of law. We stand on respect for human dignity. We do not tolerate anybody who want to breed down, or a group or race who want to sit down on other people and prevent them from being what they ought to be. Yes, we refuse to be, what criminals, rogues would want us to be. Yeah, because we are what we are. We are the people of the world. Now is the time. Nigerians, stand up. Let us save ourselves before it is too late. Bye for now.